Hello and welcome to this special Christmas edition of Mock the Week. I'm Dara O'Brien. Tonight we'll have our panel's thoughts on the festive season and some of our favourite moments from the last series, as well as some bonus bits we've never shown before. Hope you enjoyed them. Do you enjoy Christmas? Do you like the holiday season?
Why isn't there any decoration on the set?
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Without any decoration, boys?
Oh. Yeah!
Christmas is here.
Nothing. Nothing makes Christmas more than a miserable Scot just going...
Do it now. This should be the opening of the Olympic ceremony.
Well, do you enjoy the Christmas?
I hate Christmas. It's like the opening sequence of Saving Private Ryan, except every third person is a woman puking into a handbag. People queuing to get into Yates's wine lodge. That sums up Christmas. You're queuing to get into somewhere shit. Just women who are praying for the invention of the morning after Bacardi Breezer.
You make Christmas specials a lot differently than we do in Australia.
Yeah.
Cynicism. This is the most miserable Christmas thing I've ever been involved in. This is my worst Christmas.
OK, now we play a game called What on Earth? I show the panel a topical image from somewhere in the world and ask them to tell me what's happening. So, teens, what on earth is this?
This is actually what goes on inside crackers.
Is this a photo of the sperm in Santa's testicles?
Maybe it's a picture of us in 30 years' time.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
but
for the
still in
grace of
show
God.
business. This is a convention of professional Father Christmases in America held recently. The Amalgamated Order of Real Bearded Santas have fallen out with members of other groups, such as the Red Suit Society, over accusations of unethical behaviour and unfair booking fees.
You've got to think about the commitment that it takes. Look at those men. This is not a 1 month a year thing. This is 12 months a year. They look like arseholes. Right? They don't always dress like that, but they do always have that beard.
What would you do if someone turned up in your house, right, in your bedroom, dressed as Santa Claus?
At this age?
Yeah. Would you take the risk that maybe this is Santa? Or would you beat him to death? Perhaps killing Santa? Personally, I would hedge my bets and make love to him.
Well, while you're doing that, be sure to give the beard a good yank. So at least you'll know if he's in the proper amalgamated order.
Surely you could question him. Surely there's something between killing him and making love to him. Surely there's some other path you can
Frankie's
take.
I think I've bisected it directly.
What an amazing Crime Watch reconstruction that would be as well. Just a blacked-out Santa. I was only trying to give him presents.
By the way, there is genuinely... I mean, they've fallen out. There's a unionised group of Santas who've fallen out with another unionised, and they're taking court cases against each other. There's threats against each other.
Well, of course they're fighting, because there can only be one real Santa. I'm not sure they're not going to get along.
What is particularly good is that one union of Santa Claus doesn't believe in the existence of the other union of Santa Claus.
What if you let him go? What if you let him go? You accepted his story that he was Santa Claus.
Are we still in your room?
Surely the next step for that Santa is going to be him at the next house weeping on the floor. It's what happened, Santa?
No, there is. It is. It's just the hideous commercialisation of it all.
I was in my local Tesco's. It was September, and they were selling Christmas stuff. September, they were selling Christmas cake, Christmas pudding, and mince pies, and I swear this is true, mince pies with a best before date of November the 12th. Now, explain that one. Oh, we can have a mince pie any day of the year. You only have them at Christmas, and you don't even like them then. In the same shop, do you know what was really sad? They were selling single slices of Christmas cake. Well done on Owen. That is the most depressing... Not even 2 slices, maybe for a couple, couldn't be arsed making a cake. No, 1 slice for you and your no pals. That is miserable. See, image of some guy going, I'll have that after me Bernard Matthews turkey drummer. Standing on one end of a Christmas cracker.
What if he's wearing the Santa jerkin, but he's got no trousers on and a balaclava? What then?
He's a half-naked burglar with a red jacket on. This is changing all the time.
Maybe that's how Santa got killed in the first place. Maybe one night he went...
Santa get killed?
But at the beginning of the show, I'm Frankie Boyle, and this is a very different Mock the Week.
That's exactly how I was hoping this would pan out.
How has Robbie Coltrane been helping the police authorities in New Zealand?
Oh, is this the thing about the police in New Zealand said there was a burglar who's a 16-year-old boy, and they said he looks like Robbie Coltrane, so they've released a picture of Robbie Coltrane. If I was a 16-year-old...
Yeah, generally true.
If I was a 16-year-old who looked like Robbie Coltrane, the only crime I'd be considering would be suicide. How's he squeezing into people's houses, anyway? Oh, I knew he shouldn't have gone out and left the roof off.
The poster reads, Robbie Coltrane is not the burglar, but imagine him aged 16 with lank, greasy hair, and you have the picture.
It's like someone, does it look like someone who's got a suspension bridge coming out of his ears?
When I was out there, the front page was, in fact, a bloke had got done for dangerous driving, right? And he actually didn't have a licence, and the reason he didn't have a licence is he didn't have any arms, right? He was actually driving with one foot on the steering wheel and one foot changing the gears, right? But that wasn't the best bit of the story. The best bit of the story was sat next to him was another passenger, right, with all his limbs, sober, and with a driving licence. You'd have loved to hear that conversation. Or which one shall I drive? Oh, OK, let's toss for it. All right, you toss. I've got no arms.
It's the impact of political correctness, isn't it? The other guy was thinking, I can't mention the fact that he's got no arms. I can't say you mustn't drive because you've got no arms. That's the most offensive thing I could say to a no-armed man. I think it shows how polite everyone there is.
My theory about this case is that the whole thing is an amazing double bluff by Robbie Coltrane. I think if you robbed a post office with a Darryl Breen face mask, would you get caught?
Listen, they'll be in every shop at Christmas.
Halloween, I think you'll find.
I think it's interesting, though, who you get mistaken for, because we get, occasionally people get, us wrong. I reckon he's the Proclaimers, yeah? David Coulthard, for some bizarre reason which I don't really understand. Jesus. Dobby the House Elf. I reckon he looks a bit like Kevin Peterson. He looks very like David Mitchell from Mitchell and Webb.
Here we
And
go.
Russell Hill, I don't know who.
There you go.
You've been mistaken for anyone?
Any one of a number of mostly gay presenters that have been on telly.
I think Andy is a bit like a cross between Smith and Jones.
Our next round is called Newsreel. We play in a recent piece of footage featuring people in the news and ask Hugh to suggest what might be being said. This week's clip features the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh in Turkey.
Oh, Your Majesty, welcome to our country. We've put on a special show for you. These are the Istanbul regional winners of Turkey's Got No Talent. It's you like, yes.
Yes, that's very good. Certainly much better than our piss-awful Olympic handover ceremony.
Your Majesty, look, flying carpet, shit. No, it is meant to fly. This one is broken. Anyway...
Yes, well...
It's a magnificent carpet. It is hard-wearing, very good for sweeping things under, like who is Prince Harry's real father? You want? You want to buy? Maybe you buy it for Charles, for Christmas present.
No way. Last year he gave me a DIY home euthanasia kit.
What's going on, Lizzie? What's he trying to flog you? Leave it to me. I know how to deal with foreigners. Right home, Mustafa. What is it, a carpet? I'll give you a quid for it. Quid? No, it costs 10 times that to make it. Don't you take that tone with me. I don't have to be here, you know. I could be watching the beach volleyball at the Olympics. Anyway, the man from Del Monte, he say, piss off. Oh, this is more like it. It's all right, Tommy Cooper. I'll have a cornetto. Yes. I tell you what you've done. You put bloody polyfiller in the ice cream again. I'll have a 99 with flake. 99 with flake. Can you understand? 99 with flake. I want a 99 with flake. 99 with flake. Oh, never mind. Bloody, you can't get the service. Oh, this is more like it. Miniatures. Okay, yes, all right. I'll have 1,000 of the Glenfiddich. Yes. These aren't miniatures. These are chess pieces. Chess pieces? What the bloody hell are you talking about? I know a miniature when I see one. I'll have 300 of the Glenmorangie. Stick them in a brown paper bag, not a word to the wife. Yes. You want a beautiful queen? Of course I want a beautiful queen. Can I swap?
Well done, you. OK. Speaking of China, what's going on here?
It's a little bit of fun.
It is exactly what you think it is. It is a panda on a rocking chair eating crisps.
Are they really sad because they haven't got a 50p to put in the machine?
It's not actually a panda, is it? It's some bloke who's got pissed on a stag night.
And the other two? Or is that the green one?
It's the green one's the reason why pandas are endangered. Because that's a male panda sitting on it, but he was given the option of the two panda bitches. He went, no, I'm going to nail this green one.
Because these are pandas in the region of China that was affected by the earthquake. The zoo isn't getting any business at all at the moment because obviously it's not a priority for people. So in order to get some publicity, they've decided to make the pandas eat crisps. It was a brilliant idea.
Why are those pandas in a play park?
Well,
are they like bad teenage pandas that are spoiling the play park for the little baby pandas? Hey, what flavour are your crisps, man? Your mother! Your mother flavour! Where's Gary? Text him. Let's bash the swings, man.
Are they really sad because they haven't got...
That, as a first effort at whimsy, was great. It was really, really good.
I've tried.
You did. I really think you tried with the whimsy. And then
It's
just
not there.
couldn't
It's
give
just
a
not in my
fuck.
soul. I could see those pandas shot.
Is this the bit that's going to go in?
Yeah. This is a bit, that's going into the Christmas special.
It's also...
Happy Christmas, kids. I'd see those pandas shot.
My dad used to work for Qantas. He was cabin crew. And the best thing, my favourite thing I've ever heard, I think, about Christmas is that he was... So every second Christmas as a kid, my dad was away because he was flying. That was the way it worked with Qantas. And this one particular year told me that they were flying on Christmas night. And in the middle of the night, the captain, the pilot, called him up and said, listen, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to ask you to turn all the lights up because everyone was asleep. So he went, yeah, all right. He said, don't ask, just do it. So 5 minutes, my dad turned the lights up, everyone woke up, and the captain came on and said, ladies and gentlemen, sorry to wake you in the middle of the night, but we've had a special request on the radar. There's a special person flying around the world tonight who wants to come on board. So if all the kids are awake, he's coming down. And then the pilot just jiggled the joystick. And the plane went, and he went, he just landed. And then out of the cockpit came Santa and did the whole lap of the aeroplane, gave out presents to all the kids, and then went back into the cockpit. And then the captain said, now we have to give him a bit of a run-up, so I'm going to speed up a little bit. And he actually pushed forward on the engines, and all the kids just went
No wonder Qantas planes have got a big hole in them.
That would be an amazing way to hijack a plane, wouldn't it? Just take over the Santa. Yes, Christmas is over. I've got 6 presents for you here.
Trying to bring some Christmas joy.
On an apocalyptic note, why do some people fear that the end of the world is going to happen next Wednesday?
Because it might well do.
Oh, yeah,
because they've created a giant black hole machine in Switzerland.
Okay.
A machine that could create a black hole that will end the universe.
Well, that is the greatest bit of timing I've ever seen in my life.
The Large Hadron Collider in CERN in Switzerland starts on Wednesday.
Or to give it its proper name, the black hole machine.
They've taken all necessary precautions.
No, they haven't.
Well,
They
haven't
haven't.
taken the necessary precaution of not doing it, though, have they?
There's a 1 in 50 million chance that it could create a black hole which will end the universe. Now, I would argue that if there's any chance of that, like if my kid said to me, can I get a train set up in the loft? I would go, OK. If said, could I get a train set that might end the universe? I'd say, what about a bike?
So you'd prefer it if they got the protons and then cycled them round the tunnel on a bicycle?
The thing is, I'm sure they're going to find out some interesting things about protons, but I would add, I don't give a fuck.
I think if the...
I think they've taken all the necessary safety precautions,
It's
right?
it might create a tiny black hole, right, which is the worst type of black hole, because we'll all get drawn slowly towards Switzerland. And every week this desk will be like 2 feet further over there. And then eventually we'll just look one week and Russell have been replaced by just the jaws of infinity.
Why was that directed at me, Frankie? The jaws of infinity. I thought we were going to see a cow and chocolate and we'd be in Switzerland, but all of a sudden my eyeballs are sucked out of my face. Just for sitting nearest to the audience.
What? You thought
Why
that
am I the first to go?
You're nearest to Switzerland. We tilted it around during the show so that you be the one closest to Switzerland.
Well, this is bullshit now.
No one's going to die. It's basically...
He just told me I'm going to die on telly. He looked at me and said I was going to...
My God, I hope you have the cameras rolling when it happens. That'll be incredible. Just him going, "Wah," and clinging on to the desk, right? While we hammer at his fingers. Go! Go proudly! No. Go, Russell! Go, Brett.
You'd be like that. There's more space on scenes we'd like to see.
It's just not going to work, though, is it? Because what they're looking for is a thing called the Higgs boson.
Yes.
Is that right? Which
Yes,
is
it
a
is.
subatomic particle, which is, you know, lasts for a million trillionth of a second. It's incredibly small. Most of the scientists I've ever met would have trouble finding a clitoris. They're not going to find that.
Well, OK, they don't find the Higgs boson by just rooting around and checking on their desks. I'm sure there's a Higgs boson
Are you
somewhere.
saying that's your method for finding the clitoris? Well, I'll root around, and if it's not there, I'll check the desk.
The worst Christmas present I ever got was the year... I really, really wanted a game called Battling Tops, where you fired these sort of spinning sort of gyroscopes into the middle of a thing and they battled and it was fantastic. It was plastic, it was brilliant. And I don't think my parents could afford it. And I was aware that my dad was sort of in the shed for weeks before Christmas. And I was still thinking, I'm going to get Battling Tops. It's not much. They'll get me Battling Tops. On Christmas Day, I opened this thing, which obviously wasn't. It was the wrong shape. And what my dad had been making for about 3 months was a shove halfpenny board, which is the most boring pub game, where you have to push halfpennies so they get between lines on a piece of wood.
So how old are you? This is like a story from Dickens.
What work is involved in making a shove halfpenny board? You buy a flat piece of wood and you draw some lines on it.
Yeah, and you have to drill the hole to put the halfpennies in so you can keep it as a sort of a kit.
And Hugh, what was your response when your dad gave that to you?
I think I couldn't help myself but go, oh... or something. I felt really guilty about it ever since. And I kept
We're
that
just
shove
playing with it
halfpenny board
earnestly,
for far longer than I would ever have kept Battling Tops. But I think I've probably still got it in the loft somewhere.
God, I could cry now.
Just the image of Hugh looking exactly the same, but in shorts, just playing with a wooden hoop. 2 weeks ago, we discussed in the show the activation of the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland and the possibly worrying consequences, such as Russell being dragged into a black hole because he's the one near Switzerland. In response to that, Felix, aged 11 from Watford, sent in this picture.
God! Holy...
Now, it is, as you can tell, the Mock the Week studio being attacked by Daleks. Certain details you should observe here. Russell doesn't fall into the black hole, but he gets vaporised by the Daleks first. But the black hole is just behind him here. I don't fare much better, to be honest. I'm killed by a Dalek over my shoulder. The worrying detail that Felix has picked up on is Frankie's role, where Frankie is, in fact, the king of the Daleks.
I'm not the king of the Daleks, I'm their creator, Dara.
My grandmother's hearing started to go towards the end of her life, and we have a thing in Australia called Carols by Candlelight, which is on Christmas Eve. It's broadcast. Everyone sits out in a park, holding candles, singing Christmas carols in bushfire season. And we were watching it one year, and the announcer said, coming up next is that classic Christmas carol, Deck the Halls. And my grandmother just kicked off. She went, I've never heard of that. I went, what? You sing it every year? She went, no, I don't. And Nan, we sing this every year. She went, I've never sung that in my life. I went, Nan, it's a Christmas carol. And she snapped and went, I've never sung Dick the Horse. We lost our shit for like 10 minutes, at which point my Uncle Chris just stood up and went, Dick the Horse eats lots of lollies, la 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 la. We sang that every Christmas for the next 15 years. To the point where when my grandmother passed away, and my grandfather had to go to the cemetery, and there was a little plaque for her, and he said, well, you know, we'll have this font, and this is the message we'd like, and this is everything we'd like written on it. And as he walked off, the woman went, oh, you can have an image engraved on the plaque. You can have a flower or a bird. And she opened up a book and went, you can have a horse. And he went, we're having a horse! I did it. I said something that no one took the piss out of.
Oh, it's genuinely nice. Which sporting leader has recently thrown in the towel?
Michael Vaughan.
It is Michael Vaughan.
Yeah.
And who's Michael Vaughan?
Michael Vaughan is the the ex-England cricket captain.
Oh, wow, I'm so bored that my heart has stopped. My heart has actually stopped.
What have the MOD lost this week?
Is it laptop sugar?
Yes, sweet cheeks it is. The people have to know eventually about us.
Yeah.
Flash! Oh, my balls have just dropped.
Oh, you're right, shit.
Hang on.
Nothing to do
Did
with me.
you do that, Dennis?
Nothing to do with me.
That's just brought home the brutality of this round.
Yeah. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This is where we test our performers' stand-up skills. We spin our news generator, it settles on topic. OK, fine. Points will be awarded for, usual shit. OK, points will be made up by me. Who gets tense about this? I just give points randomly. Stop writing in about the points. I didn't think they were the funniest. I don't know why they won that round.
What's going on over there?
Oh, I'm sorry. We've shifted the attention from you. We start with... fucking hell, that was a bit stupid, isn't it?
It's one of the best starts we've
That
ever
was
had.
really, I mean, really going well, and then
Honestly, I think you could have got away with that.
This week, Michael, is Boris Johnson.
I can't do the voice.
That's absolutely fine. Just go for it, go for
You can't do
it.
the voice. You have the voice.
No, I know.
In fact, with some peroxide, we could do the look as well.
All right, let me just come out of me and into Boris.
Well,
I think you want to rephrase that.
That was like the most charming threat I've ever seen.
Is it how long will it take to finish this round? Because I've run out of fucking jokes.
Wow. That is acclaim from the crowd.
Do you want me to put that back?
What? Oh, sorry, yeah.
A little bit of furniture. I'm good at that.
No, it wasn't. The mic is fine. It was the fact that you had a big discussion about how good your mic stand of moving was. That's
He did
okay.
it really well. He did it really
He did well. Listen, I'm not saying we shouldn't have claimed the mic moving
You
work.
could have
of
moved
Martin.
your fat ass over and done it yourself. That'll be no points for me in the next round.
So after that disappointing start from Mandy Parsons, let's see if Russell can turn it around. OK, the next topic is unlikely letters for an agony aunt to receive.
Dear Deirdre, I'm leaving you.
I want to trace my father. Could you suggest a good marker pen?
I have recently discovered the pleasures of butter in sex. I smear it on the doorknob to stop the kids coming in.
My voice is breaking and there is hair on my chest. Is this normal? Yours, Sally Jenkins, age 9.
Dear bitch, I have trouble making friends. What are you going to do about it?
Dear Deirdre, Can that giant man lift me up like a baby?
You bet your ass he can.
I have been saving up for a sex change. I don't care what my wife says. She is going to have it.
Dear Auntie, my testicles are the size of space hoppers. I don't need any advice. I just wanted to tell someone.
My husband and I are 82, and he has recently lost interest in sex. Thank God!
My wife says that I'm a compulsive liar. I think she's jealous that my reggae duet with Rio Ferdinand has reached #1.
I know where you live!
My problem is that I can only ejaculate when I hear a buzzer.
The next topic is things you don't want to hear at Christmas.
I thought we'd have a vegetarian dinner!
It's exactly what I wanted. Princess Diana Scalextrics.
Ding dong merrily on her.
Now, you know that I told you that Dad died in his canoe?
I'm sorry, there was no chimney, so I came through the central heating system. I think I've buggered your boiler.
She's not my granny, and she's not your granny. Whose granny is she?
This year, I have decided to give my Christmas broadcast completely naked.
Mummy, look what we found in these stockings. Daddy.
Did you know that if we took all the money we spent on presents every year and gave it to the homeless, they'd probably spend it on booze?
Oh, yes, this year we're pushing the boat out. We're having a duck, in a goose, in a turkey, in a dog, in a horse, in an old lady.
We've got a problem. Mum doesn't know whether Slutty Vixens 3 is a play, a TV show, or a film.
You know, there are so many unwanted dogs about at Christmas. This year we thought, why bother with a turkey?
Bad news for children. Father Christmas has gone into administration.
Who wants stuffing? Granny?